Small space food production is one of the biggest growing areas of interest right now, and it's a great place to begin whether it's your first time growing food at home or whether you're literally taking a break from a big backyard garden. Let me just tell you a little bit about one of the first criteria, which is sight. And with sight comes the availability of light, right? So for a lot of our main fruiting crops, we're gonna want 6 to 8 hours of full sunlight. Now, if you don't have that much sun, you have more like 4 to 6 hours, you can get by with some of the leafy crops. But appropriate light is really one of the biggest concerns and one of the most crucial things to consider, and you could even measure. There's some great tools available where you can measure the light or use an app for your phone. So when we're considering sight, we also want to think about air movement. We want open air movement, not high winds, but a good amount of air movement that will dry the leaves and help support plant health. The other important thing to think about with small space growing is, of course, starting with the right materials. So we want to make sure that we start with containers that are large enough for our plants. Say we want to grow larger tomatoes or perennial crops like blueberries or blackberries, we'll want to start with a nice large container. Some of our smallest crops, say leafy crops or maybe some herbs, we might be able to get by with some of the smaller containers. And we want to make sure that we fill those with a high quality growing mix. So these larger containers or raised beds work really well with a mix that might have some pine bark in there to really increase drainage. Whereas our smaller containers are probably going to have a little bit larger percentage of peat moss. So make sure that you buy a high quality mix, start with a new material, and get yourself some good quality containers, whether they're composite material, plastic, or ceramic or clay. You have a lot of beautiful functional and decorative options to get your small spaces growing well. We have some great new publications on small space food production, both outdoor sites and some suggestions for indoor sites, as well as a cultivar and crop list that works really well for small spaces. Check them out. They're publications number 1288A, B, and C.